It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Well, folks, I have no idea if you heard the intro or not. I'm having Wi-Fi issues this morning, and I could not hear anything. So, not sure if I'm online or not. Somebody drop a comment in the chat room. Are we live? And can you hear me? Because I cannot tell from this end. So, if somebody could drop a comment, then I'd really appreciate it. I am not. I'm showing that I'm live, but I can't for sure tell that the signal is going through. So, hi, Chillie. I hear you. Very good. Thank you, Carol. All right. So let's go on with the show. How about that? Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the last day of March 2022. Coming to you live from the Cafe Promenade on Adventure of the Seas. We're someplace out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, about halfway from Cozumel to Galveston. Of course, I start on the back end of my back-to-back cruises. I start a 5-dayer tomorrow as I sail back again from Galveston, going back to Cozumel and also Costa Maya on the back end of this one. But I had to go down this morning and do my pre-cruise testing. So that's all done and out of the way. So anyway, today is National Clams on the Half Shell Day. I have no idea if that will make it to the menu on Adventure of the Seas tonight. If it does, you know me and clams, I will definitely have it. But anyway, so folks, if you think about it, go out to someplace and find clams on the half shell today. Cruise ship sailing from North American ports today. Down in Jacksonville, you got the Carnival Spirit. Port Canaveral, you got the Meraviglia, Mariner of the Seas. West Palm Beach, you've got Margaritaville at Sea. Port Everglades, Celebrity Millennium. Miami has the Carnival Sunrise sailing. Tampa has the Carnival Paradise sailing. New Orleans has the Carnival Valor sailing. Headlines for today. The CDC drops travel warning. Finally. Princess details wild for Alaska seafood program. Oceania adds solo cabins, but don't get excited about that one yet, folks. MSC Seaside cancels 2 calls, and a whole lot more here at 11 on Travel and Cruise Industry News. If you listen via the podcast, you can always access the podcast from my blog every day. That's accessadventure.net or wherever you get your podcast from. All the big hitters have me at stuff. TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all of them. All you have to do is search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and the old fat travel guy will pop up. Also, usually, folks, I share clips and pictures when I'm on a cruise or when one of the Chillie Cruises family is on a cruise and they share stuff with me. So there's always a link in your description of the podcast to jump over to the video feed. If you'd like to go check out the video feed, feel free to do so. So this morning, thought I'd share where I'm on location. It's a little bit different than yesterday, as I've actually over in the right in front of the car. Remember the big car that was sitting here yesterday? Well, I'm sitting right next to the front bumper of it today. But Pittsburgh Jason says, you know, you need to do a little panorama of where the show is each day. So here's the panorama I took just a couple minutes ago. Well, that looks like the stream did not pick that up. So sorry about that. Again, there's some issues with the Wi-Fi this morning. I don't think that picked it up, but that's okay. All right, I'll be back with today's news, folks, right after a word from one of our network sponsors. All right, back with today's news. Center for Disease Control, that's the CDC, of course, dropped the travel health notice for cruising. Finally, it's gone. This welcome change comes after 2 years of the agency warning travelers against taking cruises and essentially telling them not to get on a cruise ship. Recently, the CDC had rapidly been dropping its cruise travel warning, going from a level 4, the highest, to a level 3 in mid-February, and then to a level 2 on March the 14th. A week ago, the agency made changes to the guidance for cruise lines that have opted into the COVID-19 cruise program, with the changes involving short excursions, onboard experiences, and close contacts with COVID positive folks. So the warnings are now gone. That's a good sign for all of us that are loving our cruises. Building on Prince's popular only in Alaska menus, the Wild for Alaska Seafood program will offer 30 Alaska seafood dishes with featured items every night in all the main dining rooms. Recipes have been created by Chef Rudy Soderman and his culinary arts team and highlight the freshest seafood ingredients with multiple varieties of Alaska salmon, including Chinook, sockeye, and coho, as well as wild Alaska cod caught by hook and line only, halibut, rockfish, Dungeness crabs, wild spot prawns, and razor clams. Princess Alaska Cruises will also include flights of Alaska spirits sourced from local distilleries, hand-picked wine pairings to go with the Alaska seafood dishes, and inventive cocktails such as creamy cinnamon moonshine and Glacier's chilled martinis. I'm going to try that out very soon. All right, now here's one that some of you gotten all excited about that came out in the news yesterday afternoon. Maybe when I finish this, you won't be quite so excited. Oceanic Cruises is adding 14 solo cabins on each of their 4 cruise ships. Certainly a good thing for solo travelers. Yes? The 14 solo Ocean View staterooms will debut aboard Regatta on September 25th, Nautica on September 26th, Insignia and Serena on October the 1st. With the addition of these 56 staterooms, plus those that debuted to a sellout success of Vista earlier this year, Oceania Cruises is reinforcing its commitment to solo travelers. But solo travelers, don't get too excited. Oceania is still super expensive, and they still charge 100% single supplement. So they have some solo cabins. You're still paying double. Now, if Oceania would do that and give us a break on the cabins, it might be worth it. But they're still one of the high-end lines. So just take it, balance it in your budget, folks. MSC Seaside altered its itinerary and missed 2 scheduled calls in the Canary Islands. It did not make the call at Santa Cruz de la Palma or Santa Cruz de Tenerife, citing technical issues for the alteration. Passengers reacted tensely to the situation, interrupting a show in the ship's theater to demand explanations while the changes were announced. MSC Seaside is currently sailing a transatlantic crossing to reposition from South America to Europe. The ship departed Rio on March 20th and has not visited any ports as it sails northeast across the Atlantic. The outcome of it, the captain got on the stage in the theater, explained the situation again. Passengers weren't happy, so they're going into another port and ferrying the passengers back so they can get at least one of those ports visited. Anyway, it was all over technical issues. All right. That's wrapping up the news today. Another slow news day. Let's go see who's fussing at me in the chat room. And if I can't hear me or not hear me, I guess. Hot Air Tom is with us. Hot Air says that if the escape is repaired, we will be in the air this time next Thursday on our way from Charlotte to Orlando on American Airlines. Rental car to Port Canaveral and 2 nights in the oceanfront villa at Holiday Inn. Vacation Club Resort across the street from the Mardi Gras terminal. Nice. And I mentioned that Carol was with us. She's the one that told me she could hear me. Hot Air says you are fine. Boy, you just can't tell it from this year. Katie's with us. Hi, Katie. Joanne, haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. Yes, you are alive and can hear you. Thank you very much. Elizabeth here. Elizabeth's on location down in Cozumel. I was with her yesterday. I have a story to tell you, folks. I was going to do this first thing and got sidetracked. And by the way, thanks for the comment about the JJ Crew shirt. They'll be glad that, of course, that I'm advertising JJ Crews. They always like that. Good guys, fun guys. I'll be with them on a couple cruises later on this year. All right, being perfectly transparent, I got to tell you what happened yesterday. Most of you know, right after the show, I went to the No Name Bar in Cozumel. Elizabeth was already there. As a matter of fact, she had one of her medical tests yesterday morning to get set up for her next assignment. And she was sitting on the pool deck talking with one of the other regulars there when I rolled up on the scooter. Now I'm 2 steps lower, and she realized that I can't get the scooter up on the pool deck because it doesn't have a ramp, it's the steps. So she said, I'll meet you over by the bar. And I said, well, that's fine. So I start backing the scooter back up around the pool, and it's kind of a curved sidewalk. And I miscalculated the curve, and the back wheel of the scooter fell off the concrete and a little drop down onto the sand, and the whole scooter rolled, threw me off, rolled on top of me. So I'm wailing in the sand like a beached whale with this damn scooter on top of me. And I mean, you know, a whole gang of people came to help. It took 4. I mean, I keep telling you, folks, I'm a big fat guy. It took 4 of them to get the sand. That's how bad it was. The battery came off the scooter. It's out in the sand. My oxygen unit is in the sand. The nose piece got all full of sand. I just changed the nose piece this morning in case I need it. By last night, I was hurting. I finished dinner. Of course, I told my tale of woe at the table last night, and everybody got a good laugh out of that. By the time I was done, I went upstairs to get some ibuprofen, and that was it. I was done for the night. I never left the cabin. I even called down to room service, had to send me up 2 Diet Cokes, and they said, "Well, they cost $3.50 a piece." I don't care what they cost. Send them up. I got to take drugs. What drugs? But anyway. And like you can see on my arm, see on the bruise along my arm there. I got those on several places on my body. Thankfully, and the good side of this was, folks, I was not hurt. Yes, shaken. The old shaken, not stirred. Yeah, I was shaken, I'll tell you that. But there was no breaks in skin. I didn't bleed or anything. Nothing broken. But except my ego. My bruised ego is worse than the bruises on the arms and legs and back, and soreness in the neck and whatever. All right, Cindy's with us. Hi, Cindy. And by the way, we can blame Elizabeth. She didn't have the damn camera out to get filming this. She should have had her camera and shot it on the spot. Believe me, I didn't think about it either. So anyway, Elizabeth, I think, was absolutely scared to death. So, let's see. Of course, Hot Air's saying hi to all the ladies. Just found a retractable straw on Amazon with a tube case to replace my NCL one that was left on the gym. And Elizabeth says hi to everybody. She hasn't been getting a chance to do the shows on her last shift, so said she was going to try to catch us today. Hot Air said he left the straw hanging on a magnetic hook in the back of the door. All 4 hooks in the straw were left in the cabin in December. Joanne says, nice JJ Cruise shirt. Thank you. The boys will like that I advertised it. They will. There's Sonny. Sonny, I still can't get over your Mississippi mud pie night before last. That was awful. Did I find the pizza? Yes. Well, yes and no. I didn't come out looking for it, Cindy. But it is right here in a Cafe Promenade. There isn't a full Sorrento's on this ship. It is part and parcel of Cafe Promenade, as is Ben and Jerry's. It's all together in the same area. So here is where I get the pizza. I'm going to do that for lunch today, and we'll have a report for you guys tomorrow. But no, with flipping the scooter on my head yesterday, I didn't come out and get pizza last night after dinner. So, Nikki's here. Hopes everybody is A-okay. Jason says, where's the pizza? Well, I just answered that, Jason. Yeah, matter of fact, they don't have it out yet, or I'd go over and get a piece right now, but it's soon will be out shortly. They're still doing breakfast stuff, and I haven't seen pizza popping out yet. So I'm not sure how they do it here yet. I've just got to explore that. But I promise you there will be a pizza report. The Pittsburgh Jason's pizza report will be aired tomorrow. Guaranteed. Hot Air says best wishes for Nikki. Everything are still a go for Friday. Nikki's having a little surgery Friday, folks, in case you don't know. Sonny wants to know how much the retractable straw was. Cindy loves retractable straws. Nikki says, yep, 7:30 in the morning, she gets a pacemaker. Well, Nikki, we'll all be thinking about you. Hot Air says $7.99 for a pair, although it cost me a net 20 cents for 3 packs. Got a $25 gift card from the credit card reward. Hot Air Tom, do you ever pay price for anything? That's amazing. He gets more bargains than anybody I know. Travels with Lizzie Lou is here. Hey, Lizzie, how you doing? The microwave oven still causes issues. It depends on what you're putting in them. Jason asked if Hot Air Tom is okay. Chillie needs a girl or boy Friday to go for him to be his caretaker and no surcharge for a single rental. Yeah, right. No, I ain't gonna have it. Hope you are not too battered and bruised today, other than your ego. I still wish I had my camera at the ready. Yeah, everybody says that. And we're going to blame you for that, Elizabeth, that you didn't have the camera out ready to shoot me making a fool of myself. It was quite an entry, folks. It really was. Chillie needs a service animal. Yeah, that would help. Maybe I could get a dog and I could bring one of the cats. Bring one of the cats and put a leash on the cat, and the cat would be my service animal and lead me around and keep me out of trouble. Charmin or Cottonelle would be good at that. My husband has a pacemaker, was a short surgery for him. Prayers all goes well. That's from Sonny, of course. Microwaves aren't the problem, Nikki says. They once were. The pacemaker company website has a chart on how far away to keep various items. We ask about the induction stove top, and it's okay unless I lie on top. Well, Nikki, you don't want to lie down on top of the damn stove. That would sound like something stupid I would do. Yeah, you don't want to do that. No flipping your scooter today, Katie. I hope not. I'm trying to never back up this damn thing again. See, the problem is, folks, I'm too fat to be able to look around and see what's behind me. And they don't have any mirrors on me. Maybe they should get rear view mirrors on scooters for fat people. That would be Hot Air Tom, there's a new business for you. We'll lease rear view mirrors for accessible mobility scooters on all the cruise ships. Glad you're okay. Yeah, me too. What can I say? It was a scene. Is there a picture of that? No, there's not, Jason. Unfortunately, Elizabeth slipped up. I sure as hell wasn't thinking about it. My camera was in the sand too. Everything was in the sand. Yeah, would have made a good picture of the old fat guy flailing around, just trying to get on his feet. No, I didn't do much trying. It took 4 people to pull me up. Well, there was also reports in Cozumel of an earthquake, but I didn't want to go there. All right, let's see here. Love Chillie's descriptive stories. Make everything adventure. Well, sorry, things happen. Holy smoke, you weren't hurt too badly. No, I wouldn't. Hit the like button. Thank you, Joanne. Yes, please hit the like button. That always helps, guys. Reminds me of the line in Rudolph. Bumbles bounce. Yeah, well, I didn't do much bouncing. I was more bumble thud. Sounds like you can take it easy today. Well, I did take it easy last night. Now I'm behind on what I needed to get done. But I don't think I'm going to do a whole. I may go back upstairs and just put on my bathing suit and go get one of the hot tubs. And just bring me the adult beverages to the hot tub and sit there for the afternoon and get snorkered. That sounds like a really good idea. Drinking and scooting again. Jason, I hate to admit this. I was cold sober. I had not even ordered my first drink, much less had it when I did this. Stone cold sober. That was probably the problem. The funniest line was when they asked Chillie if he wanted a glass of water. He said, hell no, I want something stronger. Needless to say, a few adult beverages were consumed. Yes, I was there. What was I there for? About I don't know, 4 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that. I had one in front of me the whole time I was there. I promise you that. Elizabeth, too funny. Yeah, it was. I mean, get the hell. You know, if you can't laugh, you might as well cry. So I just didn't laugh. But yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a scene. At least Chillie didn't have to wait for high tide to be refloated. That's a good line. I do appreciate it. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up. I have to do pizza today, and that might be it. I'll do the pizza report for Jason today, and the hell with everything else. Hot tub and adult beverages could be on the agenda. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up today. I will see everybody back here, same time, same place tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have to go off the ship to do the security thing, but I should be back clearly in time to do the show. I'll have John standing by just in case, but I think I should be able to handle the show yet tomorrow. But I have to go see the immigration folks and get right back on the boat. So we'll see on the timing of that tomorrow. All right. Going to wrap me up for today, folks. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising one day soon. Hopefully, we'll all meet on the high seas. You guys have a fabulous day. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.